Well, did you spend $14 billion today? Probably not. Amazon did. Amazon has announced they are purchasing Whole Foods for $14 billion in their ongoing quest to dominate the retail space in the world. Now, I wouldn't be surprised at some point if Amazon is the only stock you can buy, because they continue to just purchase and acquire. Well, in all seriousness, what a tremendous story of capitalism. They are a dominating company, and as I've said in the past, retailers better figure out a way to keep up, or they will dominate, they will acquire. This week, I've got a lot of questions about safety and security of assets with advisors. We got a lot back in 2009 when Bernie Madoff was indicted and he was busted, and of course Alan Stanford from Stanford Financial Group here. But lately there's been a lot more, and it's a good discussion to have. There's really two things to be ultra scared of when it comes to safety, when an advisor basically stealing your money. Number one, if you're ever meeting with an advisor and they say make the check payable to me, or make the check payable to a company they own, they have control over, that is not a good thing. That is something that your red flag should go up and you need to walk away. There is very, very little reasons you should be in a pooled investment with and writing a check to an advisor like that. That is a recipe for theft. Even if it's on the up and up. What if the advisor gets in trouble? What if their life changes? What if they go through a nasty divorce and they need access to money? Well, if they have control of all that money, you're at risk of getting your money stolen. So that's number one. Don't do that. Number two, don't give anybody custody of your money, ever. What is custody? Well, so we work with a custodian. We work with SEI Private Trust Company. That's our custodian. Fidelity would be a custodian. Schwab, all the big names, and they basically hold the money. Your bank could be a custodian. That's where the money is held. Now, what is custody? Custody is giving somebody the ability to distribute, to control, to do anything without your signature. Okay? So if somebody calls us and says, send me $10,000, we can do that one of three ways right now. We can send it to a check to their address on file, nowhere else. We could send the money to their bank account on file, which they have previously signed and agreed that can be on file. Or the third place, we could send money basically overnight or wire the funds to the same bank account on file. Those are really the only three things. There's a fee for wiring. So if we could do anything other than that, we would have what's called custody, which means we could just send $10,000 wherever we wanted. We could send it to ourselves. We could send it to our cousin. We could send it to anybody. Well, we can't do that without your signature. Not possible. We have to send you a form as a client. You have to sign that form. You send it back. We send it to the trust company. They process, and the money goes where you wanted it to go. So those are the two things to be ultra wary of. That's how most people get their money stolen if they're dealing with an advisor, is through just writing them a check, basically, writing their company a check, or two, giving them custody. We don't have custody. We don't want custody. We guard against custody. So there's more to this story, and I will continue it next week in terms of safety and security of your assets. Those are the two big things. Hope you have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to everybody, and celebrate well.